Yesterday in my college class we studied nutrition and it was my class talking about what we eat for the day. And so, as the video was, no, as the lesson was nutrition based and food based, we all figured to talk about what we eat in our regular basis. So we've been handed a sheet of paper to which essentially asked us what we eat in our everyday lives. In this case specifically the day before, obviously not the day that I'm recording today, but the day before the day of the lesson. And we were just taught to write that down, and then later on we went ahead and we spoke about it in our class. Now here's what I found interesting. The vast majority of the people have shitty diets. When my teacher asked what was to be consumed for breakfast, one of the students answered that he typically eats chocolate fingers for breakfast. Another one of the students also replied and said that they eat pizzas for breakfast. Overall, there were many others who had poor diets, but to sum it all up, they all had terrible diets. Terrible diets. And it reflected in their bodies. Now what was interesting was that the first person who said to have a shitty diet was extremely skinny. Obviously this is probably due to him having a low metabolism, so that definitely plays a factor in some way, shape or form. But my teacher at that moment said something that really stuck with me. Well, no, he did. He basically said, just because you don't look unhealthy on the outside doesn't mean you're healthy on the inside. And that sticks. You see, a lot of us, we like to base it on external things. And I think this could just be applied to any aspect of life, and it's the mistake to which we tend to do a lot. You tend to see someone that looks extremely happy, but they may be extremely sad, depressed and devastated. That's what it's like for us men. We've got to be stoic. Especially in the nutritional sense, it's extremely harmful. We've got to get our mind right, guys. We need to get this right. At this point, self-improvement has been pretty massive lately. And I'm almost certain that everyone's heard the message of self-improvement. We all know what needs to be done, the habits to which it needs to be done, and what gets us to success. And it's not material things, although we do need them. It doesn't determine the entirety of success. It's the spiritual aspect of things, the mentality aspect. You know, the modern day and all these like red pill toxic YouTubers, they'll convince you to thinking that the material things will get you to where you want to be. And it will to some extent. But you shouldn't base your entire self-worth to be contingent on those things, because you're going to feel empty. You see, when you die, that money is not coming up with you. That Gucci is not coming up with you. All the material things, the earrings, the necklace, the followers, you're going to go out by yourself. Only you. You want to know what I found even more interesting? The people had the shitty diets, which obviously reflects the poor mentality that they have. It's pretty clear that they're not on self-improvement. And also one of the people had poor diets, and he said to the class, this was also the same person that made fun of me for having a wallpaper on self-improvement. Which is extremely funny, because in 3 years, I'll probably have be making $10,000 a month. Back to what I was saying. The people who had poor diets, they sat behind me, and these were the people that were looking at Instagram thoughts, talking about what they'll do when they get home. One of them, the skinny guy, who spoke about him eating chocolate fingers on a daily basis and just trashy food in general for his daily life. He also said that you looking at Instagram thoughts the moment he gets back. Whereas what I do with my time and my routine, scheduling my days with Google Calendar, just figuring stuff out, progressing on the habits to which I'm already good at in self-improvement, setting myself up for a successful, positive, masculine male life, reaching the purpose to which God has set me. And then we have these guys. They have very little to no respect of themselves. They're still chasing for pleasurable things that are only temporary. They're a stinky, watery hole from these degenerate women. Now, what's also funny, this kid is the popular person of the school. Now, I wouldn't say like the entire college, but he has some connections. You know? If you ask me, he's a degenerate. The people this person hangs around, there are a lot of degenerates at school in general. I don't know how clear I'm going with this video because I feel like I'm just jumping from topic to topic to topic to topic, but to just make things straight. If you were to get a message out of this video, please just delay gratification. That's what you gotta do. And to motivate you even more. The vast majority of people are not doing this. Now there's probably going to be one of the people that I say, well, if no one else is doing it, why should I do it? You're going to reap the long fruits of your labor. Self-improvement is an extremely lonely journey, and I'm going through it myself. In my college, I have no friends there that are on self-improvement. It's lonely. All my friends are in different colleges and sixth forms and whatnot. So it's definitely a lonely journey. I am grateful for my mental toughness, my mental fortitude, so I'm able to adapt and just handle the laughs, the hate from being on self-improvement. Being able to endure being laughed for having a self-improvement wallpaper, self-improvement apps. It's what comes when you want to improve yourself. You're going to have people that hate you. You're not seen as normal. And it's funny because this should be normal. You know, we've been told to delay gratification our entire lives, and as it should be. Our parents always told us to read books, to do our homework, get some fresh air outside, but we wanted to sit around and fuck around and play video games. We stayed in. We didn't read books. We were addicted to YouTube. We ate junk food. They always told us to eat healthy, didn't they? But we didn't listen. We've got to be more accountable for our actions, right? Me and you, we know the habits that must be done, don't we? We know the habits that must be done, but we don't do it. You can't follow the modern world, man. They don't care about you, the majority of these YouTubers. Talking about the red pills. They don't care about you. They want you to chase booty. And it's going to destroy you in the long run. I don't listen to these degenerate YouTubers also. That's going to be hard because there's more bad people than good if you ask me, which is extremely unfortunate. But the positive thing is that we will always win in the end. Self-improvement. It's hard. It is hard. It's lonely in the sense that it's extremely hard to find. You know, when I was 16, the age where I really started hammering in on self-improvement, during the summer period after year 11, I was extremely happy. One of the best days of my life, the best period of my life, I was smashing self-improvement. But the one thing that was holding me back at the back of my head, and it was just making me feel extremely depressed, was the high probability that once I do head to college, there's going to be little to no people on self-improvement, and I want our friends on self-improvement, and it's going to be extremely lonely for the next 2 years. And it's something I journaled about a lot. And unfortunately, my realizations have come true. Self-improvement is extremely lonely. Always has been. Not to say everyone in college is bad, my college, but there's a lot of degenerates who don't respect themselves, or they'll vape, boys and girls. Heck, even adults don't take themselves seriously anymore. I mean, just walk past the street, wherever you live. I guarantee you're going to see a good 100 people vaping. Adults in particular. As parents too. Especially parents. A lot of my neighbors vape. Tons of people my age vape. What's even worse is that their parents don't even know. So their parents give them pocket money on a daily basis for whenever they have a commute to college and whatnot. But the parents thinking that they're going to use that money to positive use for just get your snacks, your foods and everything. Your water. The basic necessities needed just to eat and become a healthy man. I mean, surely at their age, they should be able to take care of themselves and know what they're doing, right? No. They spend £6 on stupid vape and it'll mess them up. This is your competition, guys. You know, I keep saying self-improvement is rare. The vast majority don't do it. And when you're in a young age like me, when you're in self-improvement, no one's gonna know you're in self-improvement. No one's gonna know you train. No one's gonna know that you lift. No one sees the hard work that you put in. But I truly believe with enough time, give it 5, 10 more years of self-improvement, you're gonna see the work. And all the people that are vaping, that are in the peak in their high school, from all this degenerate behavior, that's gonna die down. They're gonna get sick of it, and they're gonna look at us who are putting in the work. And they'll wonder, how did you get there? Well, you were being a degenerate. We were working. Never be discouraged. Never feel discouraged. Keep working on yourself, man. Stay away from these degens. Catch you in a bit. Peace.